everybody, welcome to Beyond the Booth. I cut the countdown down a little bit tonight because we had a little issues getting started, but hey, we're here now. Welcome to Beyond the Booth. Howie Chaney along with Phil Harris, and our special guest tonight is the Skyline head boys and girls basketball coach, Coach Scott McGill. Is it Scott or Craig?
Craig McGill.
It's Craig.
Sorry about that.
Scott's my brother. He's a lineman. He don't know much about coaching. So
okay. I was reading the headline there, and but then I realized, hey, it says Craig, and that's what you get for reading and trying to think at the same time. So anyway, Thanks for Coach Craig McGill for joining us, and Coach, I'll fire off a couple of quick questions and then turn you over to Phil. And when I did the introduction and kind of before we went live, I kind of used the word. No, we're good. You there? Coach, you there?
I'm here. I lost you.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. So before we went live, I kind of said the time consuming of coaching boys and girls basketball at the same time. How do you find enough time in a day to be able to do all that?
It's tough, but the way I get by with it is I have the absolute best staff anybody could ever ask for. My son, Tanner McGill, he was the deal breaker when I came to Skyline. I'm from Skyline. I graduated at Skyline, and I wasn't going to – he was coaching in college. He was assistant coach at Pearl River, had been a GA at UNA, and I said, I'm only coming if you'll let me bring him. And I talked him into coming with me. And then I got Dylan Knight, who's from here, graduate from here. He works here every day. I got Ashley Morris. I got Kyle Weininger, who's my brother-in-law. That don't go over real good sometimes. That's my wife's brother. She don't really like me dogging her brother, but sometimes you have to. And then we got Trent Wilson, he's been a part of our staff for 3 years, but he's fixing to have a kid, so he couldn't be an aide no more. He had to go out and get a real job at Pepsi. So he's still helping us a couple days a week. And then we brought in a good one this year. We brought in Cindy Law Stevens from Pisgah, who knows basketball, and she's been a true asset. And I couldn't do it without these guys, man. They are top notch. And if I'm not there, it runs just like any other day. So matter of fact, they do more work than I do most of the time. I just talk most of the time. That's all I do.
Well, Coach, I was running the clock the other night at 5, your first game back after having a little time off there. But you came walking through and had all those assistants. And I looked at Coach Benefield, Jody Benefield, and I said, Coach, he's got more assistants than Coach Paul Benefield does on the football team there.
Yeah.
And you got quite a few, and they all got their role, and they all do something different. And I know that's got to make it a lot easier for you.
Oh, it's tremendous. Like, we get made fun of all the time. Nobody in the county can get anybody to help them, and we got 6 coaches, and everybody makes fun of us all the time. But these guys and ladies, man, they just want to be a part, and they love going. I don't make them go to all these games, but they show up to every game. Varsity, middle, we coach them all. We coach middle school, we coach varsity, we do it all. And every one of them show up. They have families of their own, and they just love being a part and wanting to learn and wanting to help Skyline be a successful program.
Absolutely. And how do you manage? I'm trying to think back to the other night when I saw you at 5, but how do you manage as far as when you're playing the back-to-back games? How do you give your boys the pep talk, pregame speech or whatever, or does one of your assistants go in there and take care of that?
Well, we do our game plan stuff. We always do our game plan stuff the 2 days prior to we play. And my son usually goes in and Tanner usually goes in and gives them the pregame speech. And I usually give the girls, we're on the JV bench most of the time when the JV boys are playing. I'll get up and go in and give them a little quick pep talk. We tell them all the time, if we have to pump them up for every game, they're in trouble. We only save them big, massive pep talks for important games. So they don't need it every night.
The Jacksonville, when you playing at Jacksonville and the area tournament and stuff like that.
And it gets a little tough at Jacksonville. Jacksonville, when we played in the region finals 2 years ago, both teams, that was tough. Really tough, especially because the girls got beat and to Spring Garden and Ace, of course. But we battled and we fought them like tooth and nail. And I wanted to stay in there and console them, but you had to go on, and the boys' game played right next, so we had to get out there. And the boys won. That was a bittersweet moment because the boys fought and won and girls fought and lost. That's what makes it tough when one of them wins and one of them loses. And you want to be there for the one that loses and you want to be there for the one that wins. But we try to put our staff in situations where Dylan and Tanner take care of the boys, and Cindy and Ashley take care of the girls, and that's how we try to do that.
Yeah, Coach. One last question. I'll turn you over to Phil. And I was sitting there running the clock the other night at 5, like I said, and the game was going on, and something happened, and I did not expect you to say what you said, but you said something, and it just cracked me up because I'm seeing you. I see all these coaches on the sideline, and a lot of people does too from a distance, and they're thinking, boy, they're really coaching hard and all that, but sometimes they're just kind of cracking jokes every once in a while because something funny during the game will take place.
I'm an idiot. If you don't know the truth, I get made fun of. I'm loud and I'm hardcore and I coach hard, but also like to have a good time. And that night was really, really hard. And I was trying to break the ice that night and trying not to make it all about basketball, because it's not all about basketball. It's bigger than basketball right now to us. And there's no telling what I said. I say a lot of stuff, and there's no telling. And if you think I'm bad, Tanner's worse than me, my son. He says stuff that just blows your mind while you're sitting there. I'm like, where did you come up with that? So we have a good time. We really do. We coach them hard. Our parents let us coach them hard here, and we're blessed to be a part of that. And our kids have been very, very resilient this year, and we'll talk about that in a little while. But yes, it's been a tough year on everybody, and we try to break the ice every once in a while. Have a good time.
Absolutely. And I'll come back in. I'm staying here, but I'll talk a little bit about the first game back, because I was there. I saw some of the stuff take place.
Special moment. Special moment.
So once we get to that point, I'll chime back in. But Phil, I'll turn it over to you, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, well, Coach, you were talking about that, you got all those assistants and so much interest in Skyline basketball. But, Skyline doesn't have a football program, so everybody puts their heart and soul into basketball. Does that make it tough for you to coach basketball? Because all these folks that goes to games probably played basketball at Skyline. They know the game, so you can't hide from them.
No, absolutely not. I mean, this is – and the thing about Skyline is they don't raise their kids to be mediocre. You win or you're a loser. I mean, that's how they raise them. And it is pressure, but we love pressure, and I'd rather be somewhere like that pressure's on you every night than somewhere where no pressure whatsoever. And we it's tough sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough sometimes, but it's a lot of fun. And our kids are just special kids, and that's what makes it so much fun and so much fun to be around.
Well, I know there's a lot of talk about the Skydome over there, and it's a huge home field advantage. I remember back when I was doing basketball on radio, when we'd come to the Skydome. Of course, at that time when they first built that building, you couldn't get cell service, so we would have to run an antenna out those louvers at the end of the court and do the games from down there. But it was a lot of fun. It's such a great atmosphere there for high school basketball, and it's a tough place to play for an opponent. Not only is Skyline usually pretty darn good, but it's a tough place to play.
It is. And our fans are passionate about basketball here. They like when we go on the road, we probably usually bring as many fans as the home teams have most nights. But when we play at home, they're going to be here. And you're right. It's because we don't have football. And our fans support us so much and support all of our athletes so much here. Like, we never had volleyball until this year. And this year we only got to play JV and middle school. And we packed out gyms for middle school and JV volleyball games. And that's unheard of in the volleyball world. And that's just because our fans love to support our kids. And we have the best fans in the state. We firmly believe that. And when they come to the Skydome, they're going to make sure it's ruckus where the other fans and other teams know that.
All right. Well, Coach, I want to back it up just a little bit. Of course, you took over from Ronnie McCarver, who had successful runs at Skyline. And also, he was at section. Are there some things you kind of took from Ronnie, or did you come in and change things a lot, or did you just kind of continue on what he built?
Well, I'm a firm believer in you can't change tradition. I mean, if you try to change tradition, you're going to fall on your face. And I played at Skyline. I played for Coach Carter and Coach West, and I know how the Skyline way is. And Ronnie did a lot of the same things that they did. And I mean, most of the time, I'm not going to follow a legend like Ronnie. Ronnie done a great job, but it was home, and I felt like coming back home, I never really wanted to, but the time was right. I felt in my career, I was in year 19 of my coaching career, and most of the time when coaches come to Skyline, they don't leave. And I felt like if I wanted to go, this was the time I needed to go. And yes, no, I didn't try to change much of what Coach McCarver did. He done a great job. We try to play that same way. Last year we didn't get to play that way because we weren't as good. We'd graduated a lot, but we're back to it. And I have nothing but utmost respect for Coach McCarver and all the coaches. I mean, Skyline's had great coaches over the years, and I'm just blessed and honored to be one of those.
Yeah, definitely. I understand it. Well, let's go back. I want to talk a little bit about family. I know we'll get more into basketball, but then you got Tatum and Tanner. Of course, you've talked about Tanner being on the staff there with you. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Well, my wife's the assistant principal here, so I live with my wife. I work with my wife. It's pretty good most of the time, unless I mess up, and then it ain't real good. But my son Tanner, my family's basketball. Tara played here. My wife played here. She graduated here. She went and played at Northwest Phil Campbell. From here, she played for Coach Hamilton all those years. Coach Kane, she played for them. She went and played college. So we're a basketball family. My daughter helped me at New Hope the 5 years I was at New Hope, and when I came to Skyline, she worked in New Hope, and so far she couldn't really get away. Now she's working at the tech school and just took a job at the community college, Northeast Community College, teaching cosmetology. So we're going to try to get her foot back in the door a little bit if we can. And then, like I said, Tanner was coaching in college. He's a basketball runs through our blood. That's how my son says all the time. If it wasn't for Skyline basketball court, his whole life would be changed, and that's true because we've brought our kids through everything that we've ever done. And like we've been to this is my fourth stop, and my kids have been there every step of the way, and I'm so blessed that they understand, because I missed a lot of their life when they were younger, and I try not to let my coaches do that now. I try to make sure that they're spending time with their family, and because it's just a game. It's bigger than basketball, and I know we want to win, but at the end of the day, you got to be a mom, and you got to be a dad, and you got to be a husband, and you got to be a wife. And I'm super proud, and I'm super blessed with the family that I have. And I wouldn't be where I am without them. And I hope they know that.
Yeah, I understand. Well, Coach, this year's team, the boys' team, off to a great start. Of course, you have that old nemesis over there with the fair from the Huntsville area in Oakwood Academy.
Oh, Lord.
They're kind of a thorn in your side. I understand. Of course, on the girls' side, too, you've got Ider.
We got Ider, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I firmly believe.
Talk a little bit, but the boys' team, they're off to a great start. And, of course, the Skyline, other than Ider, they've got a good opportunity to make a run. And of course, you don't at some point you're going to have to beat Ider if you're going to get to the region tournament, or even if you get into the region tournament. But you never know. I mean, that's why you play the game. You never know what might happen. I kind of got surprised today that North Sand beat Ider in the Sand Mountain tournament semifinals. That kind of sort of a little bit surprising to me. But North Sand Mountain's pretty good.
They're pretty good, and like you said, our boys Oakwood. I mean, we've got 7 losses, but every one of them have been either ranked or huge 4A and 6A schools. I mean, we hadn't played a weak schedule. We've played a tough schedule, and Oakwood is really, really good, and we know they're really, really good. And we went over there Saturday night, and they showed us how good they were. But we feel like eventually, if we'll just keep. I feel like we've got better every game. I mean, we led North Sand Mountain. North Sand Mountain's boys are really, really good. And we led them by 12 going into the fourth quarter. Then the next night, we lost that game. Then the next night, we played DAR, and they're a good 4A school. I mean, and we led them 9 going into the fourth quarter. And we've been in every single game. We just – the problem with the boys right now is we've got 2 dudes with varsity experience in the past. Like, we've lost them all. We've graduated them all and all that stuff. So – once we get some experience, I feel really, really, really good about where we're at, because this is not the best Oakwood team that they've had since I've been here. And if we can just find a way to clip them when it matters, it'll be huge for the boys. And on the girls' side, North Sand Mountain is really good. We've played them. We got a dose of them. We got a dose of Ider. We know all those. We know all of those. And Ider is super, super good. What we say to our girls all the time is, Ider, North Sand Mountain, Pisgah, they're elite teams. And we feel like we're good, and we're almost to the great stage, and we really we're going to have to beat one of them to become elite. And they're young, and I think maybe because they are so young, I mean, we start a junior, 2 sophomores, and 2 eighth graders. And maybe because they are so young, they don't realize it. And maybe they will step in there and do something they're not supposed to one of these games. And if they do, it'll be huge. But if not, it's fun. Coach Pruitt, I mean, he came to our prayer visual over here, man. I have nothing but utmost respect for that guy. And he does a fantastic job. And I think he's got one of the best teams around. And, I mean, people talk about our schedule all the time. I mean, we don't play any 1A schools. We play absolutely 0 1A schools except the teams in our area trying to prepare for the tournament runs every year. And if you play Jackson at DeKalb County most of the time, you're going to be prepared because there's great, great basketball.
Oh, yeah. You know, because that's like when you go to the region tournaments and whatnot, you'll see teams from this area, DeKalb and Jackson County, with numerous losses. You know, but it's misleading. They'll be like 23-8 at playing somebody 31-1. And it's, you know, but the level of competition is so good here. It makes for great basketball night in and night out.
It does. I mean, everybody's ranked. I mean, everybody you play is ranked. And I mean, that's a testament of how good basketball is and how good of coaches we have around here. I mean, I coached in Tennessee for 15 years, and there's just as good of coaches right here in Northeast Alabama as there was in Tennessee and Middle Tennessee and all those national coaches of the year and stuff like that. These dudes around here do just as good a job as anybody I've ever seen. And you better bring it every single night or you're going to be about 10, 12, 15 losses if you ain't careful.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Well, Coach, I want to change gears a little bit because I want to talk about, and I know this is very sentimental, but Bella Avans, who was injured in the car accident a few weeks back. You know, I keep seeing the updates. Of course, if you want to, you know, give us an update on how she's doing right now. Seems like she's getting better and better, but it's been a trial. It's been tough on the community. It's been tough on her. It's been tough on her family. It's been tough on the basketball teams.
Oh, that's our Jackie right there behind me. That's we take her with us every game. We wanted to do something special, but we didn't want to do a jersey because she's not dead, and we wanted to make sure everybody knew that. But Bella is fighting. Bella is come a long way. Bella is still in a coma, but yesterday was a huge day because they took her completely off the ventilator, completely off oxygen, capped her trach, and she was moving her upper body for the first time. I mean, well, not for the first. She had moved her hands a little bit, but she had moved her arm all the way across her body yesterday, and that was just a huge step in the right direction. They have replaced her bone flap where they had to take out part of her skull to let the swelling go down, so they have replaced that. So that's a huge step. I mean, every day she's getting stronger and she's getting better. And like you said, this crumbled not only her family and her team and her coaches, it crumbled the whole community. I mean, this girl is I say it all the time. She's an All-American girl. I mean, she's the #1 kid in her class. I don't know anybody. I said it in her prayer visual. I don't know anybody that don't like Bella, and I don't know anybody Bella don't like. I mean, she gets mad at me and her mom, and that's about the only 2 people she ever gets mad at. But other than that, she loves people. And to know Bella is to know love, because whether you want to or not, she's going to make you love her. And like the night of the prayer vigil, I wanted to say this, but I didn't want to upset a bunch of girls. But there was probably 200 girls in that prayer vigil that night that thought Bella was their best friend, because that's how she makes them feel. Even though she's probably not their best friend, they think she's their best friend. And she's just that type of human. I mean, she hugs me. She hugs all the coaches every single day. I've not stepped foot back in the school building because she always hugged me right up there in the hallway every day until Friday when we had a faculty meeting and they made me go. But other than that, I've not been up there. Let me talk about Bella's family. Bella's mom and stepdad. Her mom, Cammie, she's our secretary here. She's been by her side. I mean, that woman, she's been through it, and she's a strong woman. And Caleb, her stepdad, because Bella, a lot of people don't know this. Bella lost her dad when she was 6 to cancer, and this guy stepped in, Caleb, right, and he's done just a wonderful job being there for them. And her 2 older brothers, Weston and Will, played here. Everybody knows them. They've been by her side, and she got a stepsister in Britain. That family's just super special. And not only are they super special, this community and all these surrounding communities that have done stuff, man, it's just touched my heart. I mean, I'm the big tough guy that don't cry, and I've cried more in the last 4 weeks than I've probably ever cried in my life. And it's because of all the outpouring of love that I've seen shown, and just the way it's touching her family as well. And we firmly believe Bella's going to be okay. It's just when that time comes, it'll come. And but we appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the surrounding Fife when they did that night. It was just amazing. Otter did. I mean, every school every night is doing something, and it's just so touching to a big old ogre like me. I mean, it just really touches my heart. And I feel like we live in the best place in the world, and there's nothing I would take for where I live right now.
I think, sometimes we get in that mode where the game means more sometimes, and you forget about what life's about. And, God's using this young lady for a lot of different reasons and for a lot of different people. And it's tough.
Amen.
It's tough. And, I feel a part of it. I go to Scoop, I went to Scoop Valley Head. So, they were a part of all this. And, I don't know her from Adam's House Cat, but I just, there's just something special about her, evidently.
No, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, because like I've had the paramedic that was there has reached out, and me and her have become really close. The firemen that worked the night of the wreck, I've been in contact with them, and we're really good friends. The head nurse in the ICU has messaged me, and she's just special to so many people, because and I think people do this for a lot of people, but I think it's just because of Bella's love and the way Bella treats people, the way Bella wants people to be loved. I'm about to break down, but there was this paper. She's taking a college class, and her college teacher wanted her mom to have this paper, and it was laying on my desk. And Tanner said, "Don't read it, Dad." And I read it Friday, and I just sat here and squalled, and was talking about her dad and her mom and how strong they were. And I firmly believe that everything she's been through is the reason she's the fighter that she is. And I believe that's why she's fighting. I believe most people wouldn't have not fought the way she's fought. And I believe it's just the way she's raised and everything she's been through in her life, and just the type of kid that she is. And she touches everybody she comes in contact with. And it's very touching. And I'm very blessed to be a part of her life. A small part of our life.
Yeah. Well, Howie, you want to chime in?
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, Skyline came to Fife. That's the first game that y'all had participated in since the accident. I didn't know what was going to take place, but Fife had a prayer before the game. They donated money, not just the athletic club, but I think the faculty, teachers, and staff at Fife gathered some money up too, and donated to Bella's family. And the Fife Lady Devils, they wore, state of Alabama's pretty strict on dress codes and all that, but they wore green ribbons on their shoes that night in honor of Bella. And the outpouring of the Skyline community that showed up there that night to help support those kids for the first time coming back was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I had no idea. I mean, I firmly believed, because we were so young, I could see this going the other way after she had this wreck and us declining. But I felt like they've responded well in that Fife game. Like, we felt like we had them where we needed them to be. And then Fife did this awesome prayer, and I lost them all again. I lost the coaches, lost the players. We're all just sitting there squalling again. And but it was so touching and so heartfelt. When we went to Ider the other night, they got both fans out of the stands and everybody on the floor praying before the game. I mean, you don't see that everywhere, man. It's so special and so humbling is what it is. And I'm at a loss for words most of the time. I'm trying to be strong. I'm trying to be the comforter. I'm trying to be everything I can for the kids. But at the same time, man, this is the tough road, isn't it? And I've lost 2 players in accidents before, and but none of them were ever during the season. And this has been uncharted waters for me. It's been uncharted waters for everyone, and I hope everyone keeps praying for me, because me and my staff, because we don't know what to do a lot of times. We're at a loss, and we're just trying to make it. And I'm so proud of my girls, man. So proud of them. And it didn't just affect my girls team, man. This affected the boys team too, because she's everybody. I mean, she's friends with everybody, and she's the leader. And the way our kids have responded shows you that kids can do anything, and kids are more powerful than what people give them credit for, man. And I've gained so much strength from my kids, more than I have anybody else. And it's been one of the hardest, but also one of the most rewarding seasons that I've ever been a part of.
One more thing, I'll turn it back over to you, Phil. Both teams were wearing, and you'll have to refresh me, but y'all are wearing, I think, is it Bella Strong, Skyline Strong shirts? I can't remember exactly what it is, but if you will, tell us a little bit about that as well.
Well, the Bella Strong shirts, that they're black Bella Strong shirts. One of our Brian Farmer, one of our players, one of our boy players' dads bought all those for us. And when it happened, I just kind of hashtagged that one night, and Skyline Strong, and somebody else hashtag Bella Strong, and so it's just kind of stuck. So we've got them black Bella Strong shirts, and then we've got white shooting shirts. Coach Cindy had those monogrammed with Skyline Strong, Bella Strong, and that's what we've tried to do. And our message through all this and everything that's happened is keep going. Just keep going. No matter how tired you get, keep going. No matter how much it hurts, keep going, because that's what she's doing. And if she's going to do that, what gives us the right not to do that? And because if she wasn't fighting, man, she wouldn't be here today. But she's fought and she's improving, and that's what keeps me going. And I told my kids, I'm going to coach you harder than I've ever coached you, because it's not fair to her, because she would do anything to be here with you right now. And our kids have responded to that, man, and they just keep going. I mean, that night at 5, we should have got beat. I mean, there was just something about it, and the mystique in the air of number 23, I think. I don't know, but we should have got beat that night, and somehow we found a way to win. And that's just how they keep doing. And they just keep amazing me and keep making me proud and keep making me look good. And that makes me, I don't even know how to put it in words. I mean, these kids are just so resilient, and so they're going to fight. They're going to fight for who they love, and I'm blessed to be a part of it.
Absolutely, Phil.
Well, Coach, and I was going to ask you about that. You know, this is one of those times where it probably tore both teams down emotionally, but now that they've built back up, it's made them a lot stronger, a lot more mature, figuring out what's important in life. It's not just basketball, but it spills out on the basketball court.
No, it does. And we're so young that a lot of our kids have never had traumatic events happen in their life. And this was the first. And the way that they have, like, the first week it happened, it was Thanksgiving break. We usually take a couple of days off, but everybody was at the hospital every single day, every single night. They were staying, and I never even talked to them till the week after that it happened as one. And we got them together at my house, and we just wanted them to just let loose a little bit. And I wanted to talk to them a little bit, and the coaches thought that'd be a good idea. And it was a really, really good night. And the way that some of these kids, and I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to leave nobody out, but there's been a couple that have just completely changed their game because of this. And I don't ever want them to feel like they're letting her down, because they're not. And that's what I've told them from the get-go. It's not about wins and losses. As long as you're giving maximum effort, Bella's going to be proud of you. And I feel like they've been doing that, and they're trying to get better at doing that, because some of them didn't know how to give maximum effort. And I feel like they're giving a whole lot more effort than they've ever given. And she's not going to be disappointed in them.
Definitely so. And also, I saw, Coach, where they had the wristbands too. Don't they have wristbands that they're selling right now?
They do. The Viking Sports Network has those for sale. All proceeds, every penny raised from that will go to her family. They're selling those at Geno's in Scottsboro. If anybody's interested, they're $5 a piece, and they're selling those at Bernie's place out here at Skyline. So please go get you a bracelet, get you 2 bracelets, get you 10 bracelets. But all proceeds are going to her and her family, and people have no idea how much it costs to stay and travel and all this stuff. And it's been truly a blessing at all the money that's been received. I mean, Rosalie Rick, I mean, they don't have nothing to do with her. How touching is that? I mean, I mean, even Oakwood, I mean, they're our big rival, and we don't expect them from them. Both teams have gave cards and little gift cards and stuff like that. And it's just, man, this place, there's love here, and God's here. There's a lot of God in Northeast Alabama, and it's not like that everywhere you go.
And I guess you can speak for her parents and her immediate family, because they probably like to reach out and hug everybody's neck, but because their time is spent and their energy spent on Bella, so they really don't have right now the time to thank everybody. But I'm sure it's heartfelt for them.
It is, and I've got to go. Like, her mama's not left her side, which is understandable. I mean, she'll go sleep some, but when she's at the hospital, she's by her side, and that's just the type of woman she is. She's not her kids are number one, and she's gonna stay by that baby the entire time. And they don't. And her mama's not been on social media, and I told her she probably didn't need to. I mean, it's probably not a good idea right now to be on social media, but it is. It's very heartfelt. I mean, I've seen her brothers cry. I've seen her stepdad Caleb cry. They're big tough guys too, like me. But it is, and then people don't understand how much it means to them. And and that's what I'm trying to do, because they can't do that. I'm trying to be the advocate and spokesperson for that, how much they appreciate it and how much it's helping them get by. And update wise, you can always follow me on Facebook, but Patty Tidwell, PATTITIDWELL, follow her on Facebook. That's Caleb's aunt, and he sends her the updates, and out of respect for the family, nobody posts updates until Patty does. So I always just copy what Patty says, and I'll put it on there. So anytime you want to follow me or her, you're more than welcome. Patty's our Booster Club president here, and Patty's just Miss Skyline. So if you want to get updates, just follow her, or you can follow me, and I'll post what she posts.
Okay, well, it's been great, Coach. I know it's been heartfelt. Let's get back to basketball. What is your outlook for your boys and girls basketball team going forward? I know it's a tall order to get where you want to be, but do you feel like this team can really put it together? Some of this carryover of this emotion, it might do wonders down the road.
No, I'm expecting nothing but that. I honestly feel like Oakwood is the best boys team in 1A, and I honestly feel like Ider's the best girls team in 1A. And they're both in our area. But in saying that, if you want the big prize, which is the ring, you got to go through them, and you got to beat them at some point. So our goal is to just keep getting better every single day, both teams, and getting that area championship with a chance to win. And it's not life or death in that game. Yes, you want to win that one, so you host that sub-region, but that region finals is life or death, and you gotta be ready for that region finals game if you get to that point. And if we'll take care of business, I think both teams can be there. The girls road's a little tougher than the boys, because we'll cross with. The first round of region would be Winterboro, and Winterboro's probably the second best girls team. The boys have got a little easier road than that, and if they will, I feel like they have a chance, because this is not the best Oakwood team, and we have the pieces to win when it matters. And if they'll just keep getting better and not let these losses affect them, we're going to be just fine.
Yeah. Because, really when you go into the game with them, the pressure's on them.
Yeah.
So, your guys are going to play loose. And, hey, let's go see what happens. And, that makes a team dangerous. It's like I thought the last time I saw where y'all lost Oakwood, it was 60-50. So you're not that far away from them.
Yeah.
On any given night, there's an opportunity, but but I think sometimes you feel like sometimes it might be a little bit of a mental thing, that they have just a little bit of a mental edge over you.
They probably do a little bit. My guys think they can beat anybody. A lot of times my guys think they're better than what they are, and that's okay. And I'm okay with that. But I just think Oakwood's really, really good. And we haven't shot the ball well against them yet. That's the positive. That's the thing in the back of my mind. And Skyline usually can shoot it pretty good. And if we ever get that night where we're making them where we're supposed to, then it'll be a whole different ball game. I guarantee you.
Well, Coach, I know if there's a lot of the players that are listening. I know you said you're afraid you'll forget some names, but talk about some of the boys team, some of the guys that you have counted on so far that's played well for you, and maybe some that's kind of surprised you a little bit.
Well, the only two with varsity experience was Brody Berninger and Christian King. Brody's our shooter. I mean, he hit 13 threes the other night against Valley Head. The dude can light it up. People are starting to deny him everywhere now, and we got to do a better job of getting him open looks. And Christian King's our point guard. He's going to get it. Nobody can keep him in front of him. I mean, that he's just super, super fast and super, super skilled and knows how to use his body, and probably one of the best defenders around. We just got to keep him out of foul trouble. And some of the surprises have been, I'm just going to say Chandler Hurd. He's our big man inside. Chandler played JV all the way up until this year. And he hit his head the other night at Oakwood harder than I've ever seen a kid hit their head, and jumped up and was ready to play. I mean, we're thinking he's got a concussion or broke his neck or something, and he didn't. And he's had a really, really good year. Noah West, another senior. We just got to get him believing in himself. He don't believe in himself enough, but he's hard for forwards to match up with because he's so strong and he can get downhill. And Landon Farmer is, when he wants to, he shoots the ball just as good as Brody. And we got to get him where he's doing that consistently. And when he does that, I think we're going to be just fine. And our bench guys, the guys that come in off the bench, Noah Yates, Micah, Will, and Cam, I mean, they've done their jobs. They've gave us quality minutes. And we played them a lot more Friday night, just trying to get them minutes. And I feel like if we can get them where they can give us the quality minutes that we can sub, I hadn't been comfortable with them yet. And that's probably my fault because they've done just as well. And hang on just a second before I go any further. I just got an update on Bella.
Okay.
Do y'all want to hear that from her dad?
For sure.
I mean,
yes.
Patty hasn't put this out, but I'm just going to go ahead because this is what I won't read it all, but he said, we've got.
Oh, we lost him. He's probably got to have his phone at a certain location before he can have the service that he needs.
Yeah.
And he probably moved it reading it.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll come back on.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
I did, but they moved her out of STICU to a room. That's huge. That's big time, Bella. That's what I'm talking about, girl. But they're not wanting no visitors because of the compromise of her getting sick right now, and that's totally understandable. I hadn't got to go this whole week because I've had this crud, and I didn't want to take it down there to any of them. I mean, we don't get to go up and see her most of the time. I have got to see her, but that's huge. Great.
Yes.
That's awesome news. So. My bad. I'll get back to what I was talking about, but my guys are going to be okay.
That's more important. That's more important. You know,
yeah,
Bella.
That's more important.
Update on Bella was awesome.
Yeah. And that is wonderful news. So I'm excited. But I have got to see her, and I tell I don't know how to say this without. Bella looks great. There's no scars. There's no cuts. Like her mama don't want pictures, and I understand that, and I respect that, but. They have shaved her head where they have had to do the surgeries and stuff like that. So Bella really looks like a lady Viking right now because she has this, and she looks tough. I mean, like I really see Bella when she wakes up rocking this because she looks tough. I mean, it's really, really cool. And I mean, she's got them her mama said the same thing. Her mama's the one that told me that she looks like a lady Viking. I'm like, you're right, Cammy, she does. So, That's huge news right there. Wow. That's improvement. Wow. So here we go. We're getting there. Step by step, day by day. She's going to get there, man. She's fighting every single day. All right. Now we'll get to my girls. I talked about my boys a little bit. I'm just going to say it. Hadley Epps and Bella are cousins, and Hadley's our point guard. Bella and Hadley were kind of our co-point guards, and Hadley has took it to another level. She has, I don't think she scored under 17. Well, one night against Ider, I think she had 10 or 12. But other than that, she's had 18, 17, 19, 26, stuff like that. And Hadley's not that type of player and don't like doing those things. And she's really, really helped us. And by taking those steps, because people don't understand, Bella was our leading scorer. Bella was our point guard. Bella was our shooter. Bella done it all for us. So when we lost her, we didn't know how we were going to be able to score and shoot the ball. But Hadley's took it to another level, being the point guard. Jade Yeager's our other junior. Her and Bella are our two juniors. And Jade don't know how good she can be. Jade's biggest critic is Jade. And we tell her that all the time. I'm not saying anything. They're all having their Christmas party right now and they're watching. So Jade, believe in yourself. Then we start Emma Manning, who's a junior. A sophomore. She's just like Jade. Both of those two, that's our two bigs, and neither one of them know how good they can be. They could be superstars, and they just don't want to. I don't know why. Emma, believe in yourself. Then we start two 8th graders, and Maddox Weiniger and Keely King. And those two have been put into a fight. And my sophomores and my 8th graders, most of the time you don't have to. And I tell them all the time, it's not fair, the situation you've been thrown into. It's not fair because most 8th graders get to play middle school, and you're having to come out here and play against McKinley Trailer and Reyes and Campbell Barron and all that. It's not fair, but you got to do what you can do. And our sophomores are the same way. Most teams don't have sophomores starting. And I'm really proud of those. And then our bench is so deep. Adeline Bellamy, that's Slade's daughter, if everybody don't know. She come in the other night and hit 3 threes. That was huge at Oakwood. We only won by 6. If she don't come in and do that, we're in trouble. Olivia Tyler, she's been shooting the ball super, super well this year. Dawson Perry, who is TJ's niece. Everybody knows TJ Perry, and that's his niece. She moved back this year to be with her grandma, and she's a defensive stopper. We can't keep her hands off people. Our only senior is Brenna Wilson. And Brenna is Brenna's a lot like Bella. She's an all-American girl, super nice. Brenna's biggest problem is she don't have a mean bone in her body. I need her to be a little mean on the court, and she don't have a mean bone in her body, but she's getting there, and we love Brenna. I'm not going to forget anybody. Hang on. So I've got Brenna, Adassa, Adeline, Olivia. Oh, Claire Wallinsford, she's another one. She's never played till last year. And when she moved back, her dad's from Skyline. He's been in the military. Thank you for your service, Tracy. We appreciate you being back home. She's back here with us. And then we got 2 other 8th graders we dress. Brenlyn Stevens is Cindy's daughter, and we dress her a lot. We're trying to keep their 30 games. We're trying to follow the rules and make sure she don't go. So she's having to play middle school and varsity some. And her biggest problem, she don't believe in herself. So that's her. And then our other 8th graders, Billy Romans, that we've been moving up a little bit. And Billy's been hurt. She's just coming back off injury. And Billy shoots the ball well. And our biggest problem, I tell them all the time, it's not the biggest problem we have is us, because we don't believe in ourselves. And if they'll ever take that next step, and I told them Friday night, I said, we were up huge on Oakwood and we let them get back in the game. I just feel like they're afraid of greatness. I mean, they've got all the pieces, and I don't know if it's just because they're so young, but they're afraid of greatness. And there ain't no reason to be afraid. It's okay to dominate the other person. I heard one of Vanderbilt's tennis players say that one time. I was tailgating at Vanderbilt one time, and I heard one of their tennis players say, it's okay to dominate the opponent. And I'm like, you're right. It is. It's okay to dominate them. So if we ever put that together, man, these cats, it's all that laid out there for them. If they'll just keep working and start believing in themselves, it's going to be a fun ride at Skyline.
Yeah, because as well as I do, they have to be the ones that do it. Coach only carries you so far. You have to become player driven, and when that happens, it'll all come together for them, and they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out over time. Well, a couple more things I want to ask you about, and then I'll turn you over to Howie. And I want you to speak about TJ Perry. Now, back when I was calling basketball, he was at Skyline at one point. He transferred to section. They won the state championship in basketball, because I remember back, and that's when I was calling basketball for K98. the thing is I was so surprised that when Perry left Skyline and went to section, when Skyline and section would play, there was really not any animosity. It seemed like I'm sure Skyline hated to lose him as a player, but they understood and probably still support him as an individual because, for one thing, he was a great person.
Yeah, he was. TJ's a super dude. And I mean, we talk about Ronnie and everything Ronnie's done. I mean, TJ was Ronnie's right-hand man for all those years. And TJ worked with Skyline basketball is where it's at because of TJ. And I firmly believe that, and I firmly stand behind that. That dude loved basketball, and this community did. They accepted him. I mean, when TJ passed away, this community mourned just like they've mourned over Bella's wreck. I mean, he was a part of Skyline, and TJ knew basketball. And the bad thing, and I know Dasa's probably watching. Dasa, close your ears. The bad thing about TJ, man, is he had made it, man. He was Bucky's at A&M. That's where TJ would be right now. TJ would be coaching at Texas A&M right now, and he had made it. And it's just so sad, the situation and how it happened. And his mom works here. It's never going to be the same. TJ was a good dude, and TJ loved basketball, and TJ was one of the greatest basketball minds around.
One other question I'll ask you, and I'll let Howie grill you a little bit. You've been a part of this. You grew up in Skyline. What does it mean to be a part of Viking Nation?
Oh, it's you. Number one, you're going to be tough. Number two, you better know how to shoot, or you're not going to play. Number three, you're not going to be mediocre. And I said that earlier. That these parents do not raise their kids to be mediocre, and our parents do not blame anybody else but their kids. And that's, I say TJ's our parents and our community is another reason why Skyline basketball is the way it is. I mean, softball won it 2 years ago, and softball's fixing to win about 3 or 4 more in a row. They're loaded. This community, they want to win, and you either you win or you get out. And no matter if you're from here or not, you better win. And being a part of Skyline has been, I wish I would have came home earlier. I always thought, I don't want to go back home. People are going to expect this, want this. And that's the biggest mistake I've made in my career, is not coming back home sooner, because these last 3 years have been 3 of the best years of my life.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you was talking about Coach Bellamy and the softball program. Yeah, they had, they play a monstrous schedule.
Oh,
I mean, it was unreal, the teams they play. They were like 12-33, but just unreal how the schedule they played. And, of course, he's telling me, he said, we don't back down from anybody. And, of course, I've talked to him back during softball last year during the tournament. I told him I wanted to get him on the podcast, so maybe towards spring we can get him on. And, because Skyline softball is pretty darn good. I watched them play a couple of times 2 years ago. Man, they had a fantastic game. They had a fantastic game. I think they had about 8 or 9 seniors, but they all could play.
He's really good again, and he's going to be good for a long time. And Slade does a great job, and we give Slade a hard time and ask him all the time when they're going to name the field after him and when they're going to put a statue in. And one of the coaches brought one of them gnomes, them little gnomes with a hand, and said, here's your statue. And Slade didn't appreciate that too much, but it was good stuff. Our coaches get along great. We have a good time up here, and nobody says you're playing this sport. We all got to play everything at Skyline, and we get that, and we have a lot of fun up here.
Well, go ahead, Howie.
Speaking of that, how many of your girls on the basketball team is going to be playing softball?
Everyone. I have 2 that do not play, that have never played. But other than that, all my girls play softball.
Wow.
And in volleyball this year, we started volleyball this year, and we had 14 kids total, and I think 9 of them played basketball. And we tried to start volleyball for kids that didn't have anything to do, and it ended up being our kid. So mine and Slade. So me and Slade helped with volleyball. Me and Slade don't know anything about volleyball, but me and Slade helped, and we sat over there, and we don't really know Coach Altman and Coach Cindy. They coached the volleyball team, and me and Slade were just there. We don't really know what we were doing, but we were there, and we had a lot of fun, and we're going to do it again because it was fun.
That's good to know. Hey, we got a lot of questions and a lot of comments that came in our questions, but comments. We're going to run through them real quick.
All right.
Then I'll fire off a few questions, and we'll let you get out here. We appreciate your time. I know
Yeah.
you're feeling the best in the world. Plus Christmas this week. I know you're getting a little bit of a break, not much, but a little bit of a break before the first of the year. So,
well, today I went and watched a former player, Kaylee Yarborough. She played for me in New Hope. I went to UAB. They played at 11 this morning, so I went and watched her play UAB this morning. And now it took me a little cat nap, and now I'm here. I'm feeling better. I'm all right. Let's go.
Good deal.
Yeah, wasn't she Southern Conference Player of the Week?
She was last week.
Yeah,
she was. Sure was.
Awesome. Taylor Jennings says, "What a guy!" Talking about you. And
oh Lord, she's a former assistant at New Hope. Taylor's a good girl.
Brianna Wilson says, "We're watching. We miss you."
That's the senior. That's the senior that don't have a mean bone in her body.
Oh, okay. Bobby Stubblefield, the best coach out there, Craig McGill.
I coached Bobby at Huntland a long time ago. Bobby served in the military as well. Appreciate your service, Bobby. I love you. He still comes watches us play all the time. I love that dude. He's coaching the AAU team in Tennessee right now, and that makes me super proud.
Kaylee LeBon says, "I love him." Talking about you.
That's a former player who didn't believe in herself at New Hope till she was a junior in Macomb Region and 2 years in a row, and just an absolute stud. I love Kaylee LeBon.
Scott McGill, I don't know if you know this fella or not, but it says, continue prayers for Bella and the family.
Yeah, my brother's a really, really good person, a really good guy. No, I'm blessed. I've only got one sibling. Couldn't ask for a better one, man. He's a good one.
And the last two basically are saying praise God because you gave the Bella update, Stephanie Johnson.
She's God. Skyline girl, yeah. And that's my mother-in-law.
Okay. I'll let you pronounce the name since you know how.
Lanita Weiniger.
Lanita Weiniger. All right, good deal. Yeah. Coach, you mind if we step away from the court for a few minutes? Let's get to know you away from the hardwood.
Yeah, let's go.
What type of music you enjoy listening to?
I'm a rock guy. I love Stained. I love Seether. I'm just a rock and roll guy. I love all the 80s rock and 90s rock. I'm a rock and roll guy, but I listen to a little bit of everything. I'm not a big country fan. I don't really like talking about feeding my dog Jake and stuff like that. I like.
I love it. I can't stand country music.
I like Stapleton. I'm a big Stapleton fan. I think that dude can sing. He's really good, but I'm not a huge country music fan.
Oh my goodness!
Bella loves country music, and I never in the weight room. I always let them pick music, but I don't ever let them listen to country because I hate it. But every once in a while, because of Bella, we get to listen to a little country. So it's all because of Bella.
You're not a small fella. You look like you've taken a few meals in your time. Restaurant wise, meal wise, what's your favorite restaurant or meal you like to go to and eat at?
Well, out here, I mean, we got good ones out here in Bernie's and Rosa's, and I mean, we got good food. Gino's, I got to say that because Cindy's my assistant. Gino's is really good in Scottsboro. But today, my favorite place in the whole world to eat, well, besides the beach, and I love seafood, but Fish Market in Birmingham is my absolute favorite place to eat. And so today, after Kaylee's game, me and Terry got to go eat at Fish Market, and that's my absolute favorite. I love the Fish Market. Coach West, when we was in school, he always took us to Fish Market every year at the state tournament time, and so I fell in love with it. Thank you, Coach West. I still love Fish Market, and I had it today, my man.
Yeah. Let's see. I had one more for you. I'll think of it. Yeah, away from the hardwood, what do you enjoy doing? You got any hobbies or anything you like doing?
I have no hobbies. I used to golf a lot. I used to fish a lot. My hobby now is basketball and going home and sleeping, I guess. I love being with my family, but I really have no hobbies besides being at the gym. I love hanging out with my coaches, and I just love being a part of Skyline Viking basketball and Skyline community, and that's really my only hobbies.
You said your whole family is in basketball. The wife, the son, the daughter, and all that. So they were all part of basketball. Sitting around a dinner table at night, do y'all talk much about basketball, or is it just is that one time y'all just like, no, we're not going to talk about basketball at all?
Very, very seldom do we not talk about basketball. It's usually Tanner's mad at somebody, or Tatum says this person should be doing this, or Tara saying, why are you playing them? Like Kaylee LeBon. I'll tell you that about Kaylee LeBon, the girl that popped up there a minute ago. I love him. My wife always said, "Why are you playing?" I told Kaylee this the other night. She come watch this play. I said, Tara always said, "Why are you playing her?" And I always said, "I see something in her. I see something. I see something." So she ended up being our region, and Tara fell in love with her too. And was like, "Okay, I understand why you play her now." So there's not many dinner conversations that don't involve basketball. If it is, it's talking about my granddogs. I got 2 granddogs, and that's about all I have, Blue and Chloe. So that's about it.
Oh, very entertaining. I've enjoyed this interview, listening to you talk and everything. I guess I kind of expected it because of the comment that you made at Fife, and I wish I could remember what it was, but it just came out
No
of the blue.
telling.
I'm like, where did that come from? And I just laughed about it, and everybody's looking at me, and I'm like, well, that's funny. I couldn't help but laugh.
There's no telling.
And,
I wish I could remember, but we say so much stupid stuff. There's no telling what I said.
And Phil, I know you haven't seen Skyline play this year, but he's got 6 assistants. How many assistants you got?
Wow. If Trenton don't get to come all the time because he works a real job now, but when he comes, I have Tanner, Dylan, Kyle, Ashley, Cindy, and 6. I got 6.
That's why I was thinking 6. But Phil, he's got some at the front of the bench. He's got some at the end of the bench. Then he's got one that kind of in the middle of the bench. So there's assistants all up and down that bench there to help him out.
And I always say that they ain't none of them worth a crap except the 2 girls. They're the 2 best ones. I need to fire all the guys and just keep Cindy and Ashley. The rest of them ain't worth a crap.
Hey, well, you got to have support now.
I know. I guess I'm afraid I'm going to get whipped. So I got all them dudes there to maybe get them off of me. I don't know.
Coach, we appreciate your time.
I appreciate y'all.
You could have been doing, this time of year is kind of I don't want to say you don't have nothing to do, but it kind of slows down around the Christmas. Unfortunately, y'all don't have a Christmas holiday tournament to really play in. So you got a little downtime between now and the first of the year. So you could have been doing anything else, but yeah, you took the time to join us, and we really appreciate you telling us the updates on Bella, and then getting the perfect timing, getting the one about Bella getting out into. I knew it was going to be a good one because when you read it, I could see your eyes light up and a smile across your face.
Yeah, that's huge, and I appreciate you guys, man. I love promote. I don't like talking about myself, but I love talking about Skyline. I love talking about my kids. I love talking about Bella. I mean, she deserves it, and I appreciate what y'all do for high school basketball and high school sports, not just basketball. There's not many places that do that, and I truly, truly appreciate you guys and what you do for high school athletics around here.
Oh, we appreciate it. Slade Bellamy, Craig McGill, GOAT.
No, he's the GOAT. He knows he's the GOAT.
I think something about the goatee you got going on there. I don't
know he's the GOAT. Yeah, Slade's the GOAT.
Well, hey, I want to ask you about this. Now, you probably don't get to go very, very many places. Probably don't get to travel a lot, especially during basketball season. But is one of your favorite pit stops the Pete Matthews Coliseum?
I love going there. We call that our second home, and we love going there. But we're not satisfied with going there. I think in the past, when I played, we kind of got satisfied with Pete Matthews. Now we like that Legacy Arena pretty good too. We like going there. So,
absolutely, Coach. We appreciate your time. And before we let you get going, same thing we do with everybody. I'm letting you out. Normally, I ask everybody any rituals or superstitions before you take the court. I'm not going to ask you that because I got a feeling you got some, but we're not going to.
I really don't. I don't have anything. I do the same. Nothing special. I mean, Tanner sends out what the coaches are wearing every week, and I never follow that. I wear what I want. He's not telling me what I'm wearing. So,
well, over the last few weeks, it's been kind of easy. The Bella Strong shirts. So that's.
Oh yeah, now I'm going to wear that every single night. I'm going to wear one of them every night. But other than that, I ain't following what they wear.
I'm gonna have to make a special trip over to Skyline one night and see if I can't get one of them shirts and wristbands.
Come on, we'll get you, man. Come on in. Come on out.
Actually, Davis Morris says the girls say hello. So I guess all the girls are together watching.
Yeah, they are. They're having their Christmas party tonight. They didn't invite me, of course, but they're all down there having a good time at Cindy's house. So.
I was wondering why was you with us and not with them at their Christmas party?
They don't want me there. I'm a funny dude.
So the last thing we're going to do, Coach, any shout outs you'd like to give to anybody, anybody, as many as you want. The floor is yours. You're wide open.
Now, the only shout out I'm going to give is to Miss Bells Avans. Hey, baby, we're so proud of you. We love you. We're fighting for you. And we're going to keep fighting for you till you can come back and be a part of us one day. We can't wait for that day. You just keep healing, keep getting better. And I will shout out to her family, her mom especially, Cammie. You're a super, super strong woman. And Bella's very lucky to have you as a mom. And you just keep fighting too, Mama.
We got one more comment. Didn't mean to break you down there at the very end.
Oh,
but,
it's all right, man. It's all right.
The girls said to come on. The girls want you to come on down and party.
It's too late. It's too late. They didn't invite me before. I ain't going now. I'll just eat a sandwich.
Yeah.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Hey, can we get you on here on record by saying you'll be willing to come back and join us again sometime?
Absolutely. Anytime y'all want. Let's just holler at me. I'll be there.
Awesome. We appreciate your time, Coach. And so,
thank you.
Bill, you have anything before we let this gentleman go?
No, I just appreciate you coming on, Coach. I followed Skyline basketball for years, doing radio. I just mostly on the scoreboard show now, so I don't do play-by-play basketball much anymore. I'd like to do it again. Maybe it'll work out where someday, but I love basketball. It's my favorite sport to do, broadcasting wise, because I so enjoy it. But I've always admired the Skyline basketball program. I've watched them for years, and sometimes you'll think, this is not the most athletic team you'll ever see, but for somehow, some way, they put the ball in the basket, and it's just unreal to watch them year after year.
They don't have nothing else to do. All they do out here is hunt and play basketball. They better be able to stick the ball in the hole. They don't do anything else. But I do want to give a shout out to Josh Jarbaugh, Viking Sports Network. You were talking about that. Sports coming. He does all of our games free of charge. That dude, man, he's a special, special human being. And we love Josh. And Josh, Viking Nation absolutely loves you and appreciates you, my man. I hope you truly know that.
So since you weren't invited to the girls' Christmas party, can I foresee some extra running at the next practice or something?
Oh, you can mark it down. It's coming. We got to run off. That's what I tell them all the time when we give them off for holiday. I say, we got to run that cranberry sauce off. Y'all ate too much. Yeah. I mean, they get them first days after holiday breaks are the worst practices you'll ever have. They're awful. They're terrible. They're out of shape. It's just god awful. So, yeah, we're going to run. We're going to run. Enjoy y'all's little finger foods down there.
I love it, Coach. I love it. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
All right.
So for Phil Harris, I'm Howie Chaney, Coach Craig McGill, the head boys and girls. I don't know how you do it, boys and girls both. The head basketball coach at Skyline, and thoughts and prayers are with Bella, and everybody continue to do it. Oh, before we let you go, one last thing: anybody that wants to make a donation to help Bella and her family out, how would they need to do that?
Absolutely, that's a great one. There's a fund set up. It's called the Bells Avans Recovery Fund. I believe it's at Redstone. But if you want to mail a check to school here and see it, send it to me. I'll be glad to get it to who it needs to go to. But it's the Bells Avans Recovery Fund, and that's where all proceeds, all money, everything raised is going in there. And the ones that have gave, the ones that plan to give, you have no idea how heartfelt and how touching that is to her and her family. And they truly, truly appreciate it, and so do I, and so does the Skyline community.
Coach, we appreciate your time. We're going to let you get out of here. So for us three, we appreciate everybody that watched tonight. Had a huge viewing tonight, and everybody come to see Coach McGill on here, and we appreciate that. And so good night, everybody. Merry Christmas, and see you next time.